Hello everyone, it's Nancy Vastine, and that's my squeaky chair you hear. We are going to do the cover of one of my journals. It's been a journal that's been sitting around for a while, hasn't been used very much, and I thought I would do the cover and invite you in with me. This is a visual journal, and the cover is like hard, dark. So what I have done is, excuse the paint falling over, is I have gessoed the front so it'll take the paint better. And what I want to do is make sure this is all tucked under, so I do have a couple of pages that were done inside and I don't want to ruin them. So anyway, I gessoed this. I'm going to get my paint palette going here. I'm going to push that back. So I have a few deco art paints because I am in the deco art helping artist, and so I need to give them a plug. And so we're going to use deco art paints today, and all my bright colors that I love and what make me happy, especially in the summertime. It makes me so happy. I love to paint when there's sunshine. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of paint. That's a little lot. That's a lot for how I'm gonna use it. So we'll be a little sparing here. That's orange. That's flaming orange. The first one was Blue Haven. This one is Sunny Days. You have to shake them because the medium that they're mixed with sometimes comes to the top. Bright Sunshine. This one is Coral Shell. I love coral. It's one of my favorite colors is coral. And salmon color. Yes, that's one of my favorite colors. This one is Purple Cow. And then we have, this one's another favorite, a Lemonade. And then I have a warm white and a whitewash, but I'm going to put down the warm white because I'm going to be using some white. And this mint julep green, yes, I love that one too. And citron green. Okay, that's what we're going to do for now. I'm going to move this over to the side. And I'm going to use my catalyst. And that would be somewhere. Where did it go? There it is. This little catalyst. I love this. I love painting with this. I call it my graffiti painting. And there's a video on how I started graffiti painting. So what I do is I just dip it in my paint and I just go like this. Just slap the paint on. Where it ends, where it goes, it goes. No particular way, no particular page. I don't think about it. I just get it on here. Ooh, I like that yellow. That is a bright, beautiful yellow. Okay, I'm going to go into some blue. Blue and yellow make green, right? just gonna slap that on. Like I said, where it ends up, that's where it stays. Oh, I hope I didn't get paint on me. I didn't put my apron on. I should put my apron on when I'm painting. It's a good idea. Now I'm gonna go into this lemonade green. Oh, yes. That's why you don't need very many paints. You know, you don't need a whole big pile of paint because it doesn't take much to do this. Okay, I'm going to go into my purple. And I'm not wiping off my catalyst in between, but I will, if it starts to make mud, I will wipe it off with a baby wipe. I'm just getting some marks on here. And it dries pretty fast because you're not putting a lot of paint in one spot. Okay, I'm going in with my orange. Now after I use my orange, I might have to wipe it off because it might turn to mud. Brighten this page up. Ooh, 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 isn't that beautiful? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm going to wipe it off a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to make mud. And I'm going to go in with my coral color. One of the colors I didn't get was my teal. Oh goodness, I'm going to need teal on here. Well, I can just reach around. It's not Deco Art paint, but it might take me a minute to find the teal in my Deco Art. So I'm just going to turn around and get some off of my cart over here that's a different brand, but it's okay. And it might take me forever to find it too. Oh goodness, I just had it here. Here we go. Just need a little bit of that in here. Another favorite color of mine. Just want to get it everywhere. Alright, now I'm going to go into some of this green. Oh, that's making my day happy. I'm happy painting. Oh yes, it is. Okay, now I'm going to go into the mint julep. We are having a beautiful day here in Cincinnati today. Beautiful. I'm going to go back in with a little, let's see, what do I want? Maybe some blue? we've had such a rainy summer. Okay, I'm gonna do a little of the yellow again because it kind of got pushed into the background. But you can still see it. Alright, I think that's enough. That's enough paint, I do believe. I'm going to push my palette to the side for a minute. And I am going to hit this with the blow dryer, the heat gun. Alrighty. Now I want to put a little pieces of napkin paper on here just for some texture. You know, nothing. I just like texture. Okay. Now with this one, I'm gonna show you guys a tip. All of you a tip. See this napkin that has this on the backing? Everybody goes like this, everybody yada yada, you know, to get this backing off. All you have to do is get to a corner, take your thumbnail and just rub the corner. You don't have to tear it. You don't have to be hard. You just rub it, rub it, rub it, and you can start to see it coming apart. And you just pull that one off. Then you see there was two of them on here. So you do it again. Just gently rub it with your fingernail. Loosens that up. And then you can separate it and pull it off. So easy. Easy peasy. You need to be a little gentle so that you don't tear it. Okay, I want this butterfly on here, so I'm going to try and tear it because I don't want the sharp cutting edges of it when you cut it with a when you cut with scissors. I want the torn edges. Well, there we go. So I need to reach over here and get me my Mod Podge for napkins. So I found it. Sometimes I'm not totally prepared. I'm getting me a glue brush here. I keep my brush that I do glue with in water all the time. And just keep changing the water out because if you don't, it'll get really smelly. But this last time I put a little bit of Murphy's oil soap in the bottom with the water, and it really helps with keeping the brush soft and not having it smell like caca. Yucky. Okay, I'm just going to put these down. And it's basically just for texture. I found these little, I'll show you. I found these little, they're not napkins, they're like Kleenexes that you blow your nose on. And they come in a package and they're, I guess you could use them as a napkin. Let me get a package and I'll show you. I'm tangled up in my cord, hang on. See, they come in a package like this, and they are just like a little tissue. And of course, when I want to show you, I can't get it open. Get out the trusty little craft knife, that'll open it up good. And the only place I found these is at Michael's. And see, they come out looking like this. I guess they're a napkin, but they are like a small tissue paper. Tissue. See how that is? I guess you're to use them to blow your nose on. I'm using them in my, my mixed media art. Okay, let's get back to this. So I'm just putting them down anywhere, no particular place. Oops, that one was folded. I do like this napkin Mod Podge though. Decoupage. It's not Mod Podge, it's Decoupage. Sorry. It's from Deco Art. I really like it. Now, I don't like their Mod Podge to, or the Decoupage to cover the pages when you're finished because it leaves them sticky. But I'll tell you what I do like is the varnishes. I tried the varnish on a page and it is really nice. It turns out really nice. No sticky. I'll have to do a video on it and show you. In fact, we'll probably put it on the top of this when I'm finished with this. All these little pieces I tore off of this I'm using because I don't want to waste them. And why not? They're here, so let's put them down. Alright, I want to put this probably about right here. But I'm going to wait and do that because I want to do some stenciling on here. Now I don't want to muck this up too much with markings, but I do want to put some markings on it. Just getting my bottle of water that I have my glue brushes in, moving it over here. So I do want to put some markings with some stamps. I have my marking tools here that I like to use, and I'm just going to use ink. I like to use Versamark for this, but it's a permanent ink, and it's really, it just really, it makes them very crisp is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm just gonna hit this with the gun again, dry this glue up. Okay, these are pieces of fun foam from the kids fun foam section. They had a package of them that have all different kinds of textures on them. This one is my favorite. It's lines, and it makes really thin lines, and I just dip it in my ink and just go like so. Just to make marks like that. This was a silicone pot holder that I got at Target. Nope, Walmart. I found this one at Walmart. This one makes honeycomb. Oh, that slid on there. Oh well. It's not quite dry, that glue. Okay, this is the same thing. It was a silicone. I'm going to cut this in half because it was a pot holder. Not in half, just a little piece of it because I don't need that whole big piece. And it's just kind of a chevron pattern. So get a little marks on there. Okay. Now this is another one of those pot holders, but this one's circles. I just cut a piece of it out. I don't know if it's going to come out like honeycombs or circles. Oh, it comes out circles. Alrighty, now I have a piece of bubble wrap that I like to use, but I'm going to paint on this with a paintbrush, and I'm going to use white. I want to put white on this. That's my dog growling at something. So I'm going to use the white that's on this palette that you can't see that I'm reaching over for. And I'm just going to put it down. Just press lightly. That just kind of gives it a pop of white. Paint it again. Now it has some black on here from before, and it might come off, and that's okay if it does. I don't stress over that stuff. Didn't have quite enough on there. You don't want to pop your bubbles. You want your bubble wrap to be in bubbles. Alrighty. So I think that's going to be enough marks. Now I want to do some stenciling. So I'm going to heat this up a little bit, hit it with the heat gun, and dry this up. And it's just layers and layers of background is what I'm building out. Just layers and layers because it just is gorgeous when it's done. Okay, this is one of my favoriteest stencils in the whole world. My friend Josie sent this to me from Italy, and I love it. Now, yesterday I did some spraying with some I don't know if this was Deco Art spray or if this was, but I didn't clean my stencil off. It could be Deco Art and it could be Dilutions. If it's Dilutions, it's going to come off onto my page, which is, I don't care. But I'm going to stencil this with a sponge, makeup sponge, and my white paint, my warm white paint. And I'm going to stick my paint on the palette and tap it off, tap, 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 and go in here and stencil. And hopefully it doesn't run under the stencil, but if it does, it does. I'm going to again fill this up. And try to hold my stencil still, as tight as you can. I'm just going to tap it, tap it, tap it. I want it all over. I want the whole stencil on the page. It must not be Dilutions because it's not coming up in my, on my sponge here, so it must have been the permanent sprays by Deco Art. I love their sprays. I like Dilutions too because they're so bright, but they're water soluble, so yeah. They move. Are we ready for the big reveal? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Let's reveal. Ah, beautiful. Can you all see it? Gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to dry it up a little bit. Another thing that I like to do is I like to stamp on tissue paper, and then instead of stamping directly onto here, I like to stamp on tissue paper and then cut it or tear it, and then when you put it on your paper, when you glue it on, it pretty much dissolves. So I've been stamping, and so there's a couple here that I want to put on my page. I want this butterfly. I want